Hugo Ekitike's comeback. The French striker has been flying this season at Liverpool, earning himself a call-up for the first time in his career to the France national team and cementing himself as Liverpool's bagsman. He's the main man of the team now, he plays with that swagger, there's that confidence about him, and he's revived his career. But he hit a low point in his career not too long ago. I remember I was trying to tell people in my Snapchat group chat that was about football specifically. Hugo Ekitike is a player I would love at my club, and he's only going for around 16 million euros. And PSG don't even use him, he's got a lot of potential and is a baller. I remember someone responded to me laughing with a lot of laughing emojis and said, "What? The guy who can't even score a goal? You're saying nothing." He basically tried saying, "I don't know ball and Ekitike is a horrible player." I really wonder where that guy is nowadays. Anyways, that's not the focus. The focus is Hugo Ekitike's remarkable comeback. On July 2020, Ekitike signed his first professional contract with Reims, if I said that correct, and was slowly being introduced into the first team after a loan move away from the club. He came back firing to the club. He was a serious player. His pace, his skills, his touch, his movement, and even his composed finishing for a 19-year-old was unbelievable. And top clubs in Europe were being recommended to take a look at this guy. In January 2022, Newcastle put in an offer for Hugo Ekitike that the club just simply could not refuse. As the president himself said, the club received a very good offer for the player. And I remember seeing the Here We Go on Fabrizio's page, but then a couple hours later, the Here We Go was cancelled. Apparently Ekitike refused to join and decided to stay at the club, which I think had a lot to do with the club he joined 6 months after. After impressing in Reims and scoring 10 goals, I believe in that January, PSG and Ekitike's agent came to an agreement that they will buy him in the summer, just be patient and stay for another 6 months. What happens? After scoring 10 goals in 26 games for Reims, PSG decided to bring him on loan with an obligation to buy for 28.5 million euros in the summer. He earned himself a move to the biggest team in France, which I'm sure was a dream of his, and he now shares a dressing room with Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, Ramos, Donnarumma, some of the greatest players of all time. He made it with the top players of football, but his time here did not last as long as many of us would have expected. I myself thought he was going to be the future of PSG. You see, I thought PSG brought in Ekitike to make him the main man in the future and just get him ready slowly, but that didn't happen. He won the league untitled with them, and when Enrique took over after, he didn't really have a future at the club, or he didn't. Enrique himself didn't see himself having a future of Ekitike being his front man. They bought Kolo Muani and Goncalo Ramos for both near 90 million euros. Now, Kolo Muani isn't even at the club anymore, and Goncalo Ramos is an impactful player off the bench at most. Both good players for sure. I'm not doubting their abilities or bringing them down, but I think Enrique got this wrong. I mean, it's not like he's going to care much anyways. He made Dembele the striker and won a Champions League, but I just think he let go of his best striker. That's just my opinion. Now, here's Ekitike's redemption part. He was frozen out of the PSG team, excluded from the Champions League squad, and didn't play for 6 months. In January, however, Frankfurt put their faith in Hugo Ekitike and loaned him in with an option to buy if the clause in the contract does not get activated. He had to play a certain amount of minutes or games, I'm not sure which one. He didn't fire immediately. The glimpses were there, but it's expected. You're a young footballer who hasn't played for 6 months, so it was going to take some time to get back to your levels. However, Frankfurt never even thought of not getting him. They continued to play him, and the clause was activated for 16.5 million euros. He ended up having a strong finish to the season, so promising signs were there. The season after, however, Hugo Ekitike exploded. He had an excellent season, forming a wonderful partnership with Marmoush, a deadly two-man step. However, even when Marmoush left in January, he stepped up and became the main man, not dropping in performance, the flares, the skills, the finishing, the playmaking, it was all still there. Now, Ekitike, understandably so, had a lot of links come the summer transfer window, and he made it clear to the club, who he built a very good relationship, that he would like to leave. And they told him, no problem, let a team match our asking price and we'll let you go. The two top clubs after him were Newcastle and Liverpool. Newcastle fans, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but this manager doesn't want to play for you. But you got Voldemort in the end, so it worked out all fine for you. Liverpool matched Frankfurt's 80 million euros asking price and potential 15 million euros in the future, which will probably get activated, so coming to 95 million euros. Keep in mind, they got it for 16.5 million euros. This club and strikers, they know what they're doing. But Frankfurt strikers in the past who end up leaving don't end up doing too great. Jovic, Haller, Kolomani, Marmoush 50-50 so far, so everyone wasn't too high on Ekitike doing well. But Hugo Ekitike shut all those talks down about him being flop of the season and an overpay. I saw so many people saying this was an overpay, flop of the season. He instantly got going. Scoring against Palace in the Community Shield final, and then against Bournemouth on his Premier League debut, and then against Newcastle in the game after. 3 goals in his first 3 games. He has the class. He's such an elite forward. That's difficult to keep quiet. I've not seen anyone keep him quiet in many games this season, if at all at any games for Liverpool this season. I remember him firing in the majority of games, and if he's not scoring, he still has a huge impact. Apologies, the mic cut out there. I said even when he's not scoring for Liverpool, he still has a huge impact this season. He's now getting signing of the season shouts, with 16 goal contributions in 29 games, and 12 of those being goals. That's the comeback of Hugo Ekitike, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good day.